Welcome to Module 2. Understand the scope of a space cybersecurity operations and resilience platform professional. You must have a fundamental understanding of 7 space platform architecture segments and other technologies, including but not limited to LoRa and LoRaWAN. And you must be committed to continually evolving this understanding to keep pace with adversarial offensive tradecraft. Are you already familiar with the launch segment, part of a space platform that transports space segment elements into orbit, deep space, or other destinations? The space segment, part of a space platform deployed to fulfill the predefined mission objectives. The link segment, part of a space platform responsible for comprehending signaling operations for ground to space, space to ground, and space to space communications. The ground segment, part of a space platform responsible for terrestrial components supporting operations. The user segment, part of a space platform interfacing with the end users of space-based services. The support segment, generic infrastructure and services used to support the development and operation of space platform elements. And then, new space service distribution segment, part of a space platform commonly used for new space service integration. For example, application program interface for newly introduced services or end user products. If you don't have a fundamental understanding of these concepts, it's okay. This module includes an assessment that will introduce more detail and assess your level of comprehension on the topics. You must have a fundamental understanding of the space vehicle development life cycle. The design and development phase, which is the intricate process of defining a space mission related payload and or service architecture. Manufacture and pre-launch, the intricate process of assembling, validating, and transporting space platform assets. Launch, the intricate process of preparing, fueling, and launching a space vehicle. On-orbit checkout, the intricate process of validating the proper on-orbit operation and, in many cases, handover of the space vehicle from development to operations. Operations, the painstaking process of leveraging the space vehicle to leverage the vehicle's payload in direct support of the mission. Decommissioning, the critical process of placing a space vehicle into a graveyard orbit or other asset disposition with a critical focus on human safety. You must have a fundamental understanding of real-world threats. Cyber warfare. There's already been a convergence of commercial satellite operations and nation-state activity. We've seen this highlighted with the conflict in Ukraine. Counter-space platforms, direct descent, on-orbit, deep space, and yes, interplanetary adversarial anti-space vehicle apparatuses. Electronic warfare, signal jamming, signal spoofing, laser-based threat vectors. If you're not familiar with these concepts, it's okay. We have an assessment for all of the main points in this module. We also help you understand where to delineate lines. You're not becoming an electronic warfare operations officer or a counter space intelligence officer. You're focusing on the cyber aspects, but you must understand these other elements so that you know how to identify and report certain things. We're also going to take a closer look at why frameworks are essential to your career as a certified space cybersecurity professional. Again, the Aerospace Corporation Space Attack Research and Tactics Analysis Framework. They cover countermeasures. This is why we start our courses introducing these frameworks. It's much better if the space cybersecurity professionals have a strong, clear, and comprehensive foundation before they start getting hands-on. We think this will really help with creating the community we need to address space cybersecurity. Again, the European Space Agency Space Attacks and Countermeasures Engineering Shield framework. They use mitigations, which is a similar concept, and it's not a one-to-one with Sparta, so we cover both, and you will have additional detail for these frameworks in your assessment. Another technology that we know is important is LoRa. So we're going to take a closer look at LoRa and LoRaWAN. But first, you need to understand why they are essential for your journey. Why are we bringing up these technologies? The first thing is the adoption of LoRa and LoRaWAN for space use cases. It's been around for quite some time, and we feel the adoption is going to scale because it's a good solution. And we also are building our hardware around the LoRa and LoRaWAN technology. In addition, there's a convergence of IoT, Internet of Things, with LoRa and LoRaWAN relative to space use cases. So you can imagine the attack surface area of IoT and low Earth orbit satellites. All of this is something that needs to be assessed and kept secure by a community of space cybersecurity professionals. We covered a lot, but keep in mind, you will have an assessment for the architecture segments, also for the development lifecycle, as well as the real-world threats, the frameworks, LoRa and LoRaWAN. The assessments are available in the certification course. If you have attended that, then you can start your assessments now. If this is the free YouTube version, you can just move to the next video.